This is your Chakra Clear Out for October as part of my Anarchist Medicine Series. And if you'd like to sign up to be alerted about future live guided visualizations, meditations, you can go to charnacassell.com and sign up there. And otherwise, you can check out previous monthly meditations on YouTube. So thank you for being here. And this is a reminder that this practice is really a practice in learning how to trust yourself. Remember, not everyone is visual. So while this is a guided visualization, even if you can't conjure images, you can trust that energy follows intention and attention. So sometimes we get guidance, we hear things and we don't see things. And so just remember, this is a practice in learning how to trust yourself and not doubting and second guessing what shows up. Okay, so we're going to review a little bit before we get started. First, go ahead and put your fingers here over your ears, and then put one finger on top of your head. And imagine that you can meet together in this access point in the middle of your head. This point in the center of your head is a place of neutrality. It's a place that we're going to be viewing things from. So we might be viewing things out in front of us or in our energy centers, and seeing if you can train yourself to remain in the center of your head even when you have, so it's convergent and divergent focus here and here, multiple places at the same time. So go ahead and close your eyes. Inhaling, take a big deep breath. Feeling yourself out, exhaling, dropping deeper into your seat, feeling your sits bones in the chair. And resting your attention in the center of your head, put a drop of gold and let your attention rest there and say to yourself, I call all of my energy back to me. Imagining you're consolidating it around you, above your head, below your feet, side to side, front to back, all around you. Semi-permeable bubble of protection. And it allows in whatever feels nourishing to you and allows whatever is not yours and not you in this present moment to leave your space. We are bringing our attention and our energy into present time. Energy follows intention and attention. So putting your attention all around you, giving this edge of the bubble a clear blue, the color of Windex. This is a psychic boundary. It's letting other energy know this is where you stop. This is my edge. So resting your attention in the center of your head, go ahead and say your name to yourself, claiming this space in this moment in time as yours. Today, we're going to focus on the concept of permission to have, and we're going to play with a tool that allows you to increase your havingness. So everybody at this point knows what manifestation is, or the concept, generally speaking. And some of the key components of manifesting successfully is not just like, oh, I want this thing out here, but it's really about having congruent and alignment between what you're consciously saying you want, what's your sub or unconscious beliefs around having that thing or that experience, as well as your mind and body being congruent, right? So if you're having a thought and your body suddenly seizes up around it and is like, no, I can't have that, and you stop breathing and you get tense, a state of tension and fear is not a receptive state, right? So exhaling, breathing deeply, opening your system, softening your system. You still get to have a boundary. You don't have to be completely open. Get to filter in and filter out. So this is a receptive state. And we forget because of, money in the bank and numbers and what we've grown up with and other people's fear that we are ultimately abundant beings. Part of our experience as souls in this body in physical form is remembering how truly abundant we are. And so we have a variety of experiences that create belief systems and fears and self-doubt and insecurity and lack of self-worth that are trials for us to overcome. And so what we want to do today is clear some of that stuff out and see, can we don't have to actually see the pictures. Pictures are images. So we have beliefs that will come up as thoughts. And then we also have images that may show up. We might see an ancestor or a relative or someone in a community, a church, a school that imprinted upon us and left us with certain beliefs about what we were capable of. And that influence our perception of our worthiness and how much we deserve to have. So if your eyes are not already closed, go ahead and close them. Continuing to rest your attention in the center of your head. Take a deep breath. Exhaling. Pulling up the image of a gauge. Can look any way you want it to. It could be a speedometer, it could be a tire pressure gauge, a gauge of a game at a circus or at an amusement park rather. Any kind of gauge. And just notice, what does it look like? Is it dusty? Is it broken? Is it colorful? Just make sure the gauge has numbers of 1 to 100 on it. Because we're looking for a number. When you ask this question, how much permission do I have to live in financial abundance? And if you care more if abundance of security or freedom, because that's what financial abundance is, matters more, than name it and say it in that way, whatever makes you comfortable. How much permission do I have to live in financial abundance? And what's the number that shows up on your gauge? What do you see? Now go ahead and place a bucket of water underneath this gauge and dip the gauge into the bucket, rinsing it off. You're cleaning off belief systems that you've inherited from your culture, your family, your religion, any conditioning. These might not even be conscious thoughts. Some of this is just our operating system that we marinated in and we don't even realize is not truth. It's a belief. Now take the gauge out. Again, it's out in front of your bubble of protection. You have your eyes closed. You're viewing it from there. Ask the question again. How much permission do I have to live in abundance, financial abundance, abundance of freedom, however you want to phrase it? So once you've cleaned off the gauge, what does it look like? Is it the same gauge? You're going to ask this question again. What is the nature of what I think I can have? What's my relationship with abundance and the natural flow of abundance from the universe that moves through me? And what's influencing my permission to have abundance, to live in abundance, or to not? Are there any images that show up? Ask to be shown. And is there a particular energy center that correlates with that image? So your first chakra is your root chakra. It's where your pelvic floor is, what you're sitting between your sits bones. And this energy center relates to family of origin, work, money, community. So communal relationships. Your second chakra is between your hip bones, a little lower, between, if you have ovaries, where your ovaries are, below your belly button. And this is your sexual and creative self-expression center, as well as how you relate to somebody one-on-one. It's how we get information from another person. So while in your first energy center, beliefs that you've inherited from your family and your ancestors, religious communities, if you're told that money is a sin, or you grew up in poverty and not having money, your identity is invested in that. Or if you have judgment of people who have money, having money is going to be a harder thing. Living in abundance, just in general, could be abundant joy, right? If you have judgment over that, abundance is bad people are abundant for whatever reason. While your second chakra, it might be relational. You might believe that you cannot have money unless you're married, right? As a woman, you may have been raised in a religious community where you weren't allowed to work, or you were expected to take care of children. So there could be judgment or beliefs about your finances and your abundance being dependent on another person. And then you move up to your third chakra between your ribs. And this center is about personal power and personal alignment and self-worth. And so if you don't have confidence in your capacity and your worthiness to be in abundance, then you don't trust that you have that universal support, that could live here. Or it could live in your fourth center, which is your heart center and your love and compassion for yourself and others, and really the sense of confidence and open-heartedness and trust can live there. You might feel shame and feel you don't deserve to have good things. You don't deserve to have what you want. So usually fear and lack is in our lower energy centers. This is why I'm speaking about these instead of our upper chakras. So with your eyes closed, from the center of your head, again asking, show me which energy center needs attention. Which one is influencing the number on my gauge? How much permission I have to have. And let's say it's your first chakra. Go ahead and, again, keeping your attention here, but also imagining you can put a drop of light in your first chakra at your root. Put a dumpster outside your bubble of protection and start to expand the gold, and moving out any thoughts, feelings, or beliefs that interfere with your ability and permission to have and live a full, satisfying, abundant existence. Allowing all of that, any images, pictures can also move out into the dumpster. And you can go ahead and blow that up, turning it to gold, dust, whatever is yours comes back to you through the top of your head to reintegrate, and what's not yours gets composted into the universe. Or it might be your second chakra, which is, again, moving up below your belly button, between your ovaries, resting your attention in the center of your head, putting a drop of gold there, beginning to expand and clean out thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that interfere with your ability to trust I can be in relationship and I can also make my own money. Or I can be single and date or not date and make my own money. I can be financially independent. And moving out any pictures and images and any of those thoughts into the dumpster outside your bubble of protection. And when that center is completely filled with gold, go ahead and blow that up. Turning it to gold dust, whatever's yours comes back to you, and what's not gets composted into the universe. And so it may be that it's all of them. And you can take this practice on and go through each one of them. And for now, just noticing, does it feel any different to have cleared some of that out? And so let's look at the gauge again. Ask your question again. How much permission do I have to live in abundance? Or to live in financial abundance? And what shows up this time? Is it different? Could be a completely different gauge. If it feels stuck, then you might have to do some more work, more cleaning out. And just remembering that this is a tool that you always have. And if you'd like to join me for future practices, you can find me at Laid Open Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, or you can go to charnacassell.com to join my newsletter and get notified of replays, or search for Laid Open Podcast on YouTube. Thank you so much for your time and for joining me in doing this, and I'm wishing you the best.